South Carolina heads to Knoxville to take on Tennessee, and the Vols are they're an 11.5-point favorite with a total of 63 at 6:30 p.m. Central Time game on the SEC Network, and this is obviously a revenge spot for Tennessee. So, Tennessee lost last year like 63 to 38, if I'm not mistaken, in Columbia. And this thing was like 13 or so, and there have been a ton of people betting on South Carolina here. The line just kept coming down. South Carolina had success against them last year. Spencer Rattler's been playing his ass off. Like, this team looks great, whatever. And I know that Tennessee has not looked great by any stretch of the imagination. But if you think that they were not ready for this ball game, I feel like you got another thing coming. Tennessee, not super explosive here. Offensive explosiveness, number 91. Defensive explosiveness allowed, number 105. They're number 112 in net explosiveness. South Carolina is number 41. So that's something to pay attention to. But when you look at the 5 factors rank, yeah, that's a bit of an issue, right? Tennessee has a massive advantage in all of that. Penalties per game, the two are even. Turnover margin, the two are even. I'm curious. Points per play margin certainly leans Tennessee's way. Net points per drive, Tennessee plays faster, plays per game. Available yards margin, that's Tennessee's. But at the same time, South Carolina has played Georgia and North Carolina, and they played Mississippi State last week and whatnot. The toughest test Tennessee's had was Florida, and they failed it miserably on the road. What you don't like to see for South Carolina is the fact that their pass defense is putrid. Number 114 PPA per pass, number 124 passing success rate allowed, number 124 passing explosiveness allowed. Tennessee has not been that explosive so far this season, like I mentioned, but they will be ready for this one, and Heupel's going to have some stuff drawn up. I think Tennessee's defense, which, here, we'll pull it back up again, number 5 in the country in defensive success rate. That's going to be an issue. So, I will certainly ride with Tennessee minus the 11.5 here. I think they're just the better football team. And while South Carolina got on them last year, remember the guys that were calling plays and whatnot for them last year, I don't believe are there anymore, if I'm not mistaken. On top of that, you don't have the same weapons. They got some good weapons at South Carolina. They just don't have the same weapons that they had. So I'm curious on this one. I do think Tennessee covers the 11.5. That's the way I'm going to roll on this one.
Thanks for listening to Winning Cures Everything. Make sure and follow me on Twitter @GaryWCE. If you want to toss in a question, you can email me, Gary@winningcureseverything.com. Make sure and hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you next time.